Hey there! In this video I'd like to give you ways to respond to the question, is this a pyramid scheme? And I know for some of us that question can be really loaded. It can actually make us question our own convictions about network marketing or feel like the person that we're speaking to doesn't trust us. It can really deflate our sales, to be sure, and it doesn't have to, and in fact it can be a great moment to further educate somebody. So let's look at ways to respond to it in a really helpful way, useful way. So first of all, know that it's not personal. It's hard sometimes not to take it personally, but I can tell you from experience, because I'm one of those people who felt like it was a pyramid scheme and this is a really bad thing. And the person I was questioning is probably one of the 5 people in the world I trust the most. She's a very close friend of mine. She's someone I believe in. She's someone I know would never lead me astray. So I can tell you with conviction that I was not questioning her at all. It was all about me. It was all about my own fears. So remember that when someone asks you that question, they're not questioning you, even though they may sound offensive. And it's just because they're coming up against their own fears, their own issues, their own beliefs. And set your own stuff aside and instead shift to, hey, here's a moment that I can further educate this person. So I have this opportunity. So when you get the question, is this a pyramid scheme? Step 1, let go of your own beliefs around it. Let go of your own issues. Don't take it personally. Instead, shift into here's an educational moment. Then what I do is I like to respond, excuse me, maybe tell me more about what you think a pyramid scheme is. The reason I do this is because I actually get one of 4 answers, which I'll go through in a moment, and one of those answers actually does accurately describe network marketing. So also with that response, maybe, it helps sort of disarm that person because they assume you're going to go into a defense mode. And when you say maybe, it helps them let go of their walls just a little bit to know that you're actually going to be listening to them and you're really curious about what they have to say, and you're not simply going to disregard it and defend your position. Okay, so 4 answers. The first one, and I have to admit this was mine, is I don't know. I've heard of pyramid schemes. I know they're a bad thing. I guess I don't really know what that is. Here's your window. You can start talking about what network marketing is. You can give them more information. What I often do is dispel the myths that we're going to go over in the next couple, the myths about pyramid schemes, if you will, because if they do decide to join your organization, then they'll have the tools to answer the question beautifully for when it comes up for them. The second thing I get is, well, isn't it illegal? I heard pyramid schemes are a really bad thing and they're illegal. And then my response is, you're probably referring to something that came out in the 80s or 90s, and it was people who bought into companies and got nothing in return, but you were expected to get a payout eventually. You needed to get other people signed up too as well, and you got nothing in return. Again, they got nothing in return, but eventually they would get a payout. Those are pyramid schemes. Those are actually the traditional definition of them, if you will, and they are illegal. They're very illegal. What we do in our company is we actually sell products. So what we're doing is we're selling a product. What you're buying is actually something that you can take home with you, which is perfectly legal. The third response I get is, isn't it one of those things where the person at the top makes the most money and nobody makes any money at the bottom? And I usually smile at this point and say, interesting, you've just described the structure of every corporation, every church, every nonprofit out there. That always makes them think. And I always say, well, the best part about this is in an organization or a corporation, the person at the top does make the most, the person at the bottom doesn't make as much, in fact makes very little, and there's really almost no way that person at the bottom can ever make as much as the person at the top. Whereas in network marketing, doesn't matter where you are in the organization, you can make as much as that CEO, the person at the top. In fact, you can make more. And then the fourth response I get is, isn't it one of those things where you sign up people and you make money off of people underneath you? And that's when I say, actually, yes. That's exactly what network marketing is, and isn't that great? And I will tell you that the argument I guess it's not the argument, The reason I'm going to give you is the one that won me over ultimately. So this is my response to that. Yes, what happens is when people underneath me sell product, I make a percentage of that. They make a little more, I make a little bit less, the person above me makes a little bit less. What's great about that is you are leveraging your time. Even when you're on vacation or you're taking an evening off, there's someone underneath you probably doing something and you're still making a little bit of money. And not only that, but it makes this company cooperative. It's a very feminine marketing plan, and it's based on cooperation. The only way I can succeed is by helping the people beneath me succeed. The only way the people above me can succeed is by helping me succeed. And isn't that wonderful? And I'll tell you, that was it. The feminine marketing scheme, that marketing plan, if you will, is what won me over finally. I said, all right, I'm in. This is fabulous. Okay, so step one, let's review. Step one is let go of taking it personally. It's their own fears that they're talking about, their own misinformation. It doesn't have to be yours. It's not about you. And take it from me, I was not questioning the person at all. Okay, it was my own stuff coming up. So let that go. Number two, realize it's a moment for education. And whether or not they sign on with you, it doesn't matter. I want to send them away with more correct information about what network marketing is and what it isn't for the future. Number three, disarm them with the question, well, maybe you tell me more. And that maybe helps disarm them so that they let go some of their walls, they let go some of their own fears so that they can really hear you. And they're going to feel really heard by you, because you're actually going to hear which of the four they're going to bring up, which of the four definitions, shall we say, of pyramid scheme, if you will, they're going to come up with, so you can respond appropriately. And whatever they give you, you can give them more information to send them away with correct information. All right, I hope this helps you with this question in the future. It never, ever has to bother you again. Because there's no reason for it to. It's just an opportunity for more education. All right, thanks for joining me. Have a great day.